Okay, let's see how this goes. I figured I'd finish the TARDIS. I couldn't figure out how to quick save or anything. Press any button. Yeah, I played for 27 hours of 44 minutes on my last, like on my other play. Yeah, we'll see what we get. I wish I talked to everyone before I save, but we'll do it again just to be sure. So this is TARDIS. Alright, let's do this. And I'm also not wearing my glasses while I'm reading this time, but luckily it's, you know, it's big. Big text. Prove that I should be in charge. Go fuck yourself, Junpei. Don't worry. I won't push you too hard. You'll be just fine. Since Yukari and Junpei have no real experience in battle, make sure you back them up. I keep equipment that helps me search for information in there. Please don't touch it. What are you doing? There's nothing over there. Come on, let's go. Yeah, I don't really have time to sink into this as much as I'd like to. Hi, Nick. Wanna come up? Nicholas just came to see me. I was gonna eat some cereal. But now I got a cat on my lap. Some kind of device that you've never seen before. Doesn't seem to be functioning right now. Yeah, my mom got me a bag of cherries. I love, you know, sweet black cherries. And she got me a bag of them. So I got some in some cereal, but now I got a black and white tuxedo cat on my lap. No, just a minute. I am actually going to save to make sure that... But yeah, I'm tempted to copy my save to PlayStation TV and go through it with my Elgato HD60 to show off what I had purchased this playthrough. TARDIS, Block 1. Inside TARDIS.
So, this is it, huh?
I'll tell my last. I didn't realize that how my bike volume was because it was fine with my test, but the thing is, PlayStation 4 doesn't really have like an equalizer thing. Some games like Kingdom Hearts are incredibly loud, and like the Story So Far collection, and then other ones are not. So this is it, huh?
I hope I don't get lost. Can you all hear me?
That was foreshadowing.
Whoa, is that you, Senpai?
I'll be providing audio backup from here on out.
Wait, you mean you can see inside here?
It's my persona's ability. I'd like to join you, but the structure of TARDIS changes from day to day. That's why outside support is imperative. On our enemies at any minute. They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution. Practice makes perfect.
Right.
Got it. Why is she always like that?
Keep in mind, these are real battles you'll be engaging in. Now, you can eliminate all the shadows wandering around on this floor. Part of why I stopped playing last time was because my, talk to people. It's really inside our school. Funny if it were where we are now as part of a classroom. How much Mitsuru Senpai really understands us. Pain medicine 1. Yeah, what gets me is all like little blood splatters. I detect a shadow in front of you. move in and hit it before it attacks you. Press the action button to use your weapon. If you can hit an enemy before it hits you, you'll have the advantage to start of the battle.
Takeba has informed me about your power, but nevertheless, you have minimal combat experience. Would you like me to explain the basics of battle?
Yes, please.
Primary offensive options available to you in battle are attack and skill. Attack corresponds to the weapon you've equipped, while skill relates to your persona's abilities. Though skills consume either stamina or spiritual power, they tend to have a greater effect. Use whichever option best suits the situation. Keep attacking until you've defeated the enemy, but pay careful attention to your stamina. That's it for now. Did you get all that?
That's tempting to say sorry now.
Okay. Then I want you to defeat the enemy before you. Try
Like
using
the
both
owl
the skill
from-
and attack options.
Work me out of time. Let's start over again.
That one just won't die.
Ha! I couldn't defeat it.
Oh, I'm not so incredibly lazy. I don't like turn-based games much. Honestly, if this wasn't Persona, I probably would not, you know. But I
Complete
have less
victory.
enjoyment
Great
out of it.
job.
Because I really don't, like turn-based games that much. And I don't like, having to pick each character's attacks. That's why I usually let them do what the fuck they want. Oh, we didn't get shuffle time. No. Okay. If you quick save, you can't just keep going. You have to, like... That's a disadvantage compared to the emulator. There should be a staircase nearby. Do you see it? The staircase is the only way to proceed to the next floor. I can't allow you to go any higher today, but please remember about it next time. There's a shadow ahead of you. If you're able to strike the enemy before your spot, then you'll get the initiative. On the other hand, if the enemy hits you first, the opposite will occur. Can we just have that? I guess I don't have my glasses. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see them.
Now's a good time for me to explain about attack properties, which are important to consider during battle. Do you want to know more? Nearly every type of attack is associated with a particular property. For example, swords can be used to do slash attacks, while bows are used to do pierce attacks. Skills, on the other hand, have different properties. Bufu, for instance, indicates an ice attack. Now, most enemies are vulnerable to certain types of attacks. In other words, they have weaknesses. A fire skill will deal greater damage to an enemy that's weak against fire. With my power, I can analyze an enemy to determine its weaknesses and strengths. That falls under tactics. Do you follow? The enemies you're facing have a weakness that you can exploit. Why don't you give it a try? Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy. Persona! The enemy is vulnerable. Keep going.
Please hit! Only one more. The enemy's weakness is fire. Just one more.
He just won't die.
You have the potential to grow even stronger.
I don't think it's shuffle time in this yet. I can't remember what stuff sold too. Slightly restored now is SP. Yeah, that's probably why I'm playing on easy. I checked. I had set my game on beginner because it was kind of difficult. Like I don't have you know, like a joypad or anything for my phone, my previous phone or this phone. So it was kind of tedious with the buttons on the screen over the action stuff, so I kind of seen something over there. So I set it to beginner. I'm playing on slightly harder difficulty now. And again, it really doesn't matter. They're not like
Were you able to exploit the enemy's weakness in the last battle? If you didn't already notice, doing so will also grant you an additional attack. Would you like more details? An enemy will lose its balance if you exploit its weakness or land a critical hit. This will give you the opportunity to perform an additional action. In other words, you'll get to do one more thing. You can keep attacking the same enemy, or if you prefer, attack a different target. And if you succeed in knocking another enemy off balance, then you can act yet again. Which means you can remain on the offensive for as long as you can keep this up. This strategy is essential to securing victory. However, remember this. An enemy that's already lost its balance cannot be knocked off balance again. You can't knock down someone who's lying on the ground, right? It's the same idea. Now, to knock an enemy off balance, you need to know its weaknesses. So don't hesitate to ask me for an analysis. I'll be sure to share the results with the others as well. Got it? Then proceed with the battle. Use what you've learned to quickly dispose of the enemy.
Orpheus!
Yes! The enemy is vulnerable. Attack!
I summon you!
You struck the enemy's weak point.
Persona!
A wisely chosen attack.
Here's our chance for an all-out attack!
ooh. I get Pixie. Look at that. Occasionally Tony set the card up with a one-shot before your eyes. Pick a card persona, and you receive that persona. Your other card, use which you didn't factor will keep an eye on the card you want to try to pick it. Press the action button when you decide cards directly in front. Drew card of the persona Pixie. Welcome Pixie into your heart. What? Card persona I have. Let's level up. Strength increased by 1. Magic is increased by 1. Endurance is increased by 1. Your base persona Hermes is level up. Increased by 1. Endurance is increased by 1. Luck is increased by 1. So I'm gonna try the quick save. Cause I'm just gonna see it. Pretty sure it's only for like a one-time thing. Yeah, quick save data will be erased. That's what I figured. Okay, remember I had Pixie. I want Pixie just because I want her to get.
Takeba has informed me about your power, but nevertheless, would you like me to?
Oh.
The prime attack. Those you that. Okay, then.
Okay. Kept my eye onto my abilities, but I didn't remember.
Who's the man?
Yeah. So I remembered stuff like that, but I didn't remember, you know.
Now's a good time for me to explain about. Do you want to know? Nearly first now. What do you? The.
Let's do this again.
The enemy's weakness is fire.
Okay, I remember that. So just it's giving me the fucking.
I summon you! Thanks!
You couldn't finish it off.
This thing won't give up!
2 enemies remain. Don't get careless.
Persona!
Sweet!
Iori has defeated an enemy.
Last one!
I couldn't defeat it!
One enemy remains. The enemy is vulnerable.
Here's
Keep
our
going.
chance for an all-out attack! Throw me at him!
Kill surge energy inside after every battle. I noticed they've not been using their personas. They're allowed to act freely, but they're like, no. I have to fight the 3,
Were you able to exploit the enemy's weak? If you didn't already, would you like more detail? And this, and if with this, how you can't now. So just got
going through it again, so
Then
it wasn't for me. Like, again.
Persona!
the enemy is vulnerable. Keep
Nice!
going.
Persona!
You exploited the enemy's weakness.
Awesome!
Yes, the enemy is
Here's
vulnerable.
a chance. Let's get him! Get back here, you son of a...
Another pressing the action button. Oh, we got Pixie. Cups or which one? Because I'm gonna look that up just before I pick it. I don't really need another. Oh, actually, I don't have a phone here. Never mind. I think Cups is SP and the other is HP, so I'm gonna go with Cups. Oh, that's right. Experience is interesting. Okay, it's experience. Orpheus. Skill cards are items personas can use the word skill sealed within the cards. Skill card would disappear once you use it. The skill teaches can be passed down through fusion. So we'll get to take that to the shrine. I think Cups SP, but I'm not sure. Take the shadow up head. How are you feeling? If you need another priority that shape, use some healing items prior to engage an enemy. Don't have anything on hand that asks attack it to heal you. Use the command menu opening commands. There you can use HP skills and items. You can use your friend's skills, they're there too, so feel free to do so, keeping an eye on their SP. Okay, bucko. I think this is it. You can heal me, and yourself, and Junpei. Good, okay, we're good. Instead of me using it, you should have been using it.
There is a better way to defeat all of your enemies in battle than to attack them individually. You can perform an all-out attack. Would you care to hear more about this? When enemies are thrown off balance, they become vulnerable. An all-out attack will allow your entire team to attack simultaneously. Your enemies will be unable to defend against it. It's a very reliable method of attack. Whether or not you want to perform an all-out attack is up to you. But remember, you cannot perform it when you're alone. So if you want to have it in your arsenal, make sure your team's comprised of at least 2 members. That's all you need to know about all-out attacks. Do you understand what I've just explained to you? Then, that concludes the basics of battle. But there's one last thing I need to tell you. Shadows become stronger the further you advance. If you don't think you can win a battle, retreat at once. There may be times, however, when an escape will be impossible. This battle is one of those times. Good luck. Yes! The enemy is vulnerable. Attack!
I'm pretty sure I'm expected to do,
Persona!
You struck the enemy's weak
One more!
point. A wisely chosen attack.
Get him!
I summon you!
You exploited the enemy's
Here's our
weakness.
chance for an all-out attack! Throw me at him!
Oh! kinda wish it would tell you when you level up which one, what the new skill does. That's odd. Usually there are more shadows on the prowl. At least you gain some experience with that. Let's go back to the dorm. There should be an access point somewhere on that floor. We return to the entrance. Since there aren't enemies to worry about, why don't you split up and search individually? Tell the other pilot members what you'd like them to do. If you're too far away, we split up and not be able to use skills or items on them. Be careful of that. Sub-menu issue orders to your allies. If party members get too far away, the portrait will fly on the screen, but their arcane skills and items cannot be used on them. If party members may encounter shadows with split up while they are in battle, you will not be able to change their equipment. Yeah. You know, I have not played this in so long, I do not remember how to do that. Oh, which order will you get? Okay. Stairs, access point, and items, however they cannot. If they're not for stomach, easily fall prey to them, but be sure to keep an eye on their HP.
Everyone, spread out and proceed individually.
Okay, then I'll look around some more.
Treasure chest. Did you find an access point you want from the entrance? Okay. Here you go. Pain medicine. Seems to return to the entrance.
Welcome back. So, how was it? I see. Well, if you gained confidence, that's the best thing you could have achieved.
Wow, I never knew I had that kind of power.
You didn't use your fucking personas at all. The only one that, like, only used the personas was when I got Yukari to heal us. Otherwise, you just guys use your attacks.
Damn, I'm beat.
That's because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
At least Yukari has a little bit more experience in the physical attacks because she is in the archery club.
Yeah, you look pretty tired yourself, Yucatan.
I'm still trying to catch my breath, actually.
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry though, you'll adapt. But I'm surprised. You all did much better than I expected. At this rate, they'll catch up to you in no time, Akihiko.
We'll see about that.
In any event, by combining your powers with your teams, you'll be able to stand against the shadows. You feel a bond form between yourselves. Oh, you felt the power of your heart intensify, as if in reaction to the bond between your friends. Rank up. Fool. See, social link has reached level 2. Your power to create personas of the Fool Arcane has grown. Just like Yukari and Junpei, you feel tired as well. Decide that you'll best return to your room and rest. I'm saving before I do fuck all. I go try to find Minnow. She threw up, and I gotta try to see what's some Serenia for her. I'm feeling tired. Let's go back. Dude, I can't take it anymore. I'm starving. For now, I don't select a party from here before you enter jail. You won't have to shoulder the burden forever. Just if only I hadn't gotten injured. Oh, you can go to the Velvet Room already? Ah, there you are. Welcome to the Velvet Room. Well, I suppose it's time for me to explain what I really do here. It's my job to create new personas. But in order to do so, I must fuse your persona cards together. In other words, I shall merge them into a single persona. The number of personas you have buried within you is approximately 170. I've never seen a visitor with this many possibilities before. If you establish social links, you may be able to create even stronger personas, too. That should prove very interesting. So as you accumulate cards, please bring them to me. Wish to learn about fusing personas in more detail? Then talk to me so I might give you some hints. May I help you? Oh, I can't do anything else with them yet. Normal spread, triangle, talk. There we go. Fusion basics, social links, fusion types, skill inheritance, visuals, skill cards, instance card, fusion accidents. I regret to inform you of this, but our powers are not perfect. Although rare, there are times when the cards are placed incorrectly, causing an accident. The resulting persona will likely be different than what we anticipated. Please pardon us if this does occur. But yeah, goals to create new personas. By fusing your existing personas together, I allow a new one to emerge. When a new persona is created, it tends to be at a higher level than the ones that were fused. However, personas that are fused are lost forever. Since the process requires multiple personas, you'll be left with fewer personas than you had before. The powers you will forsake in order to earn new ones is up to you to decide. And that's why this stresses me out. Personas power your soul, which thrives on the bonds you have with others. Thus, it's only natural that social links affect the strength of your persona. You have established social link with the same arcane the persona you wish to create, and the persona will receive power from the social link and the will. Now, power or receive depends on the level of the social link. This persona will even surpass your own level. You understand how important social links are to persona users. There are several types of fusion. First, the normal spread. This is the most basic type, where someone fuses two personas together. That's the triangle spread. This is the type of fusion 3 personas are used to produce a persona of an even higher order. Supposedly, certain personas can only be created through triangle spread fusion. General personas fusion exhibits predictable patterns dependent on their arcana evolved. There are a number of combinations, however, that do not follow the usual patterns. For example, fusing personas with the same arcana. The best way to learn is to experiment on your own. Persona created through fusion may inherit the skills possessed by its precursors. In other words, it's possible to give a persona skills it could never learn on its own. You should keep this in mind when you're trying to create a powerful persona. The mechanism of skill inheritance is not completely understood. There are 3 key points I'd like to share with you. First, the skills you inherit may change every time you select a persona for fusion. Second, the chance of skill being inherited depends on what the expected persona is. I'll give you more details on this some other time. Also, the more skills the original persona possesses, the more skills the resulting persona will inherit. Please remember this. I'm going to explain more about skill inheritance. Some of the skills that can be inherited, those that cannot. It's primarily determined by the persona's characteristics. Some general rules. Those proficient in physical attacks are unlikely to inherit magic attacks. Regarding magic attacks, first let's discuss fire, ice, electricity, and wind. So with an affinity for one of these 4 elements cannot inherit skills of the other 3 types. Likewise, personas with affinity for light never inherit dark skills and vice versa. Meanwhile, personas proficient at healing cannot inherit any physical attacks. If you expect personas good at physical attacks tend to be bad at magic. Rare personas can wield magic of multiple elements. The more rare personas who can inherit any skill, although they do exist. You learn more by and by as you experiment with fusion. Skill cards let you steal skills and teach them to any persona. For example, if you were to use an Augie card on a persona, the persona would then learn Augie. Even if the skill is one that cannot be passed down through fusion, it seems personas can learn skill cards. Also, the persona you wish to teach the skill to already has 8 skills in its current repertoire. You will be able to choose which skill to discard. I also heard that skill cards can be copied somewhere. It would be best for you to learn about them yourself through trial and error. So familiar with the minor combat cards? They depict coins, swords, and whatnot. Although in space cards, the page, knight, queen, and king hold special powers. They're called instance cards, and they have specialized abilities. These cards can be passed on through fusions and personas. If you acquire one, you should give it a try. Okay, 40 points. I'm just wondering what they would make. Nickel Manta. I like Nick Angel. Angel's probably one of my favorites. Well then, I look forward to your next visit. Our hour will soon be over. Stay me stop exploring and return to the dorm. Would you like to return to the dorm? Return to the dorm. Stop exploring and return to the dorm. Return to the dorm. Return to the dorm. April 4th. Morning. We're on the same train. Man, things have been really crazy the past couple of days. Are you alright? I was confused if you just transferred here too. Let's impress me completely different from Junpei. Then hand is some board like hey, anyway, I guess anything on that fight? Maybe I could get past me soon if I wear Junpei's hat. And there are a lot of consequences for me.
That concludes the main portion of today's assembly. Next, we'll hear a word from the Student Council. Please welcome the new president, Mitsuru Kirijo, from Class 3D.
Thank you.
So, she did get elected. Well, I guess she is the most popular girl in school.
You can say that again. There's like some kind of aura around her. Besides, this school's owned by the Kirijo group, right?
As I begin my term as Student Council President, I'd like to share with you my vision for this coming year. It is my firm belief that each of us must accept the responsibility of bettering our school. However, change cannot occur without sustained effort and an unprecedented level of commitment. That is why we must restructure our daily lives to accommodate this lofty goal. I'd like each of you to dig deeply into your well of motivation and reevaluate your convictions. To imagine a bold new future without losing sight of the realities around you. That is the key. I'm certain that many of you have your own visions of the future. For us to reap the full benefits of our education, your participation, ideas, and enthusiasm are essential. Thank you.
Dang, that was freaking amazing. Hey, did you understand what she was talking about? Huh? Seriously? Man, you're smart. Sure didn't sound like something a high schooler would say. If it was anyone else, we'd be laughing our asses off.
Alright, today we'll be going over Meiji era literature. Open your textbooks to page 12. You know what? I'm tired of these textbooks. I went over this level in the last one. It's been a great poem and I see the clouds suspended over the tall, snowy mountain. I feel tired. Close your eyes and right. But not you would sleep in that chair. You'd be ashamed of yourself. Now, I can't continue reading this poem. You have to save yet? Yeah. Pause your supercomputer. Save. Yeah, I'm gonna save. I'll do that next time.